Alrighty everyone, what is going on? It is GZTV. We are ready to lock in and discuss this movie, Companion, another 2025 release. We are going crazy with these. I am pumping these out. I'm not even gonna lie, this movie is fucked up in the best way possible. This is going to be an absolutely positive review. I had an absolutely positive experience with this one. One of my favorite movies of the year. One of those films where like every twist works, every reveal lands, and by the end of it you're just sitting there like, what the hell did I just watch and why did I love it so much? I mean, it is a great fucking film, very well put together. It seems on the surface deceivingly so as like a straight to streaming movie, and it was in theaters like literally the beginning of last year, but this is basically a romance movie, a horror movie, a sci-fi movie, and a psychological thriller all at the same time, and all different amounts of ingredients, different combinations of stuff than I've ever seen before, and somehow it doesn't feel messy. It feels intentional, it feels fresh, and honestly, this might be one of the most unique love stories I have ever seen, and certainly one of the most unique movies, again, 2025, with these unique ass concepts that I have covered my whole run of my channel for the last like 3 or 4 years. So getting into the premise, I'm gonna try not to spoil things kind of, but I do think it is key to kind of get into some of the twist. So please click off the video right now if you haven't watched this movie. This is for a discussion for people who have seen it, because you have to fucking see it to believe it, and you have to really know what happens, and it comes as a shock to you if you want to discuss it, and I don't want to ruin that. So the setup is pretty simple on paper. Couple goes on a getaway with friends. There's normal vibes. It seems chill, a little tension, but nothing crazy. It like does seem kind of weird from the start, but nothing over the top. And then boom, it's revealed that this girl is a robot, and not just any robot, an AI companion programmed to love him, which is pretty feasible. Like, it's actually a pretty feasible concept. Like, maybe if this movie came out in the 90s, it wouldn't be, but this is something that could very well happen in the future. And from there, everything just spirals. This movie isn't just about like AI or technology or even like a horror film. It's really about control, toxic relationships, and how far someone will go just to not be alone. And it's got so many undertones, so many themes it's going for. I mean, obviously, if you're dense and you watch just a movie for spectacle, you're gonna be like, oh, it's an AI movie. There's a lot to be said here about relationships and stuff. So there we go. So getting into the good, I think the major part of this movie is the twists, because every single twist this movie goes for absolutely works to the highest extent. I mean, this is the biggest thing. Usually movies like this try to pull off twists and they're either like too formulaic or they're just not the greatest writing decisions. One good twist, maybe or two, in most movies. Like, obviously you want shock value, you want people to walk out of your movie like, what the fuck did I just watch? But some movies try that and they end up falling apart. This movie, no man, absolutely not. I mean, the whole robot reveal, the second robot reveal as well, was even more striking and even more fucking crazy. The whole murder plot, the reveal of why they got out to this getaway, why they had the robots kill him, and that being a fact in the first place, the manipulation angles, the control dynamic of everything, all of it lands. Nothing feels cheap, nothing feels like, oh, they just threw that in there for shock value. Even when it gets insane, it still makes sense in the grander scheme of the story, man. I was absolutely shocked. Like, literally, that should be my thumbnail. I'm gonna put that as a thumbnail, because like, oh my god, this movie was fucking crazy. My jaw was on the fucking floor when some of this stuff took place, and oh my god. And then getting into the AI combination with the love concept, that is absolutely insane. Just the concept, just the idea of this movie is so goddamn good, so well executed as well. It is one thing to have a good thing on paper and have a good script, but if you're not gonna shoot it right, if you're not gonna get a right cast together, it's not gonna work. And here, it fucking works. What if your perfect relationship was programmed? Like, think about that. That's already just a crazy idea, and that would be a fantastic way to market this movie. But the movie takes it even further. Like, what kind of person needs that? And that's kind of where it gets dark. Again, there's things under the surface of this movie to where it's like, holy shit, I didn't really think of relationships that way. There's a lot of really good insight here, because this isn't really about AI. It barely is about AI. That's part of it. It's kind of like a vehicle to tell the story, but it's more about like insecure, controlling, lonely, fucking toxic males out there. Toxic masculinity, that's obviously a big topic in society nowadays. This movie carries that and like really uses that to tell a story and try to send a message and make a point. People would rather control love than actually earn it. That's real. I mean, that's what makes it hit. There are people all over the fucking world that are like that. You see true crime stories, you see news headlines about just batshit insane people that just want to control things, even though legally you can't. Holy shit, man. And Jack Quaid, like, talk about the man from The Boys. Pretty shitty series in my opinion. I don't really get the hype, but Jack Quaid is a great fucking actor, and he is absolutely a psycho in the best way in this film. He steals the goddamn show. He is such a good character. He absolutely kills this role. I mean, you think on the surface, like, obviously he's awkward, he's kind of a funny guy, likes to have fun, he's a somewhat normal dude you could probably hang out with and like be cool with, and then slowly you realize like this dude is actually insane. Some of his personality traits, some of the action he takes, just the remorselessness of everything. Like, he flips straight into violence, straight into manipulation in the face of danger, in the face of trouble. Basically his future is on the line because this robot gets away. Fuck it, it's a spoiler review. This robot's getting away and he realizes she has his phone, she can do fucking anything she wants, go home, tell on him, all these crazy things. It is absolutely uncomfortable to watch this man unfold, and it is such a believable thing. It is such a realistic reaction to a situation like this. Like, even when Kat just coldly gets stabbed in the back because he told Patrick to take care of it or whatever, you don't feel like he really cares, and that is insane. That is absolutely scary. This is a friend group. They seem to set it up in the film that it's a friend group that is very fucking close to each other, and the fact she gets stabbed in the back, and because he wants to get away with the money at this point and like control everyone else, he doesn't give a shit. And it's so crazy how coldly they play that, because you're almost getting into the mind of Jack Quaid's character, Josh Beeman, I think his name is. And Sophie Thatcher, playing a robot is not easy, man. She is incredible. I don't think she is the best cast member. Now, obviously, she's getting all the critical acclaim, but she nails it. Something is off energy from the start, just the way her personality is. She is a fucking robot. Like, there's obviously some weird things about her, and Kat already has a feeling about her, and at first you even hate Kat. Like, this is just great acting. This is just pure manipulation. You're getting manipulated alongside the characters in the film. It's fucking crazy. Again, Kat doesn't like her, so now you're like, fuck Kat, this is the main character. And then you realize Kat was in the right the whole fucking time to think something was off. What makes her performance so good is she absolutely evolves. Like, throughout the film, she becomes absolutely badass. She's smart, she's more aware, she ups the intelligence on her phone. And that whole sequence was crazy. She's more dangerous, and when she finally takes control towards the end of the movie, it's fucking bittersweet. Again, like the voice commands, turning those off, her having the phone, setting the intelligence to 100, you know, changing her voice so she can start the car. It's absolute genius. It is straight up genius writing. It is such a cool way to get the story moving forward, and we'll get into the end in a second. But man, that was satisfying. I think the shock value in the horror, I know shock value is somewhat of like a negative word. It has negative connotations when you talk about movies, but it is brutal in a very specific way. This movie, it's not just gory like a serial killer, like a slash killer just going around killing people and it's like a who done it, but it's just psychological brutality. Like, you don't really know who to root for at first at the very beginning, and then it becomes abundantly clear this robot is a victim. There's like a lot of manipulation, there's a lot of forced love, betrayal, identity crisis. It is a crazy movie. When the violence hits, it hits fucking hard. It never feels like it's doing too much though. I know a lot of people will probably have criticisms for this movie for that fact, but it really doesn't feel like that to me. The gore is amazing. I mean, like, beating the shit out of the cop, obviously it's very CGI. I don't think this movie had a high budget in terms of the practical effects, but like, people just getting their ass kicked, the brutal killings, blood just pouring all over this woman's clothes, and then she's dirty and she's walking around. It's brutal, man. It's a brutal fucking movie. It fits the tone of how just messed up the situation is. Again, they don't go too far. They also don't sell it short. I wouldn't say this is a carnage candy film. If you want to watch gore, go watch slashers. But like, man, it's great. It's actually a funny movie in a twisted way as well. This surprised me. I mean, there's definitely humor involved in this movie. It's kind of an uncomfortable type, should I even be laughing at this? And it is mainly because I've been desensitized to so many fucked up movies, like The House That Jack Built to this day, one of the most fucked up movies I've ever seen. It's very subtle. It's not the mainstream goofy ass like posse cut ensemble cast type of humor that you might expect out of some of these cast members, Lukas Gage as well. It's not forced at all though. It's just really weird, awkward, messed up moments that end up being funny. It's kind of got like this Black Mirror but bigger effect. This really feels like a Black Mirror concept, again, just kind of looping back to that, but it's almost expanded. You get more character depth, you get more tension, you get more payoff. Again, it feels like something like in the writer's room of the Black Mirror show, but expanded into a movie. This could have easily been a 50-minute episode of that. Wouldn't have hit as hard, but they stretched it into a full story, made it better. Again, I do think this is something that would be in that show. And just the themes, there's so much to talk about here. The themes here, like just the toxic love, just the control angle that they go for. It's where the movie shines for sure. I mean, you've got two different relationships, two different standpoints, like straight and gay. Straight relationships, it seems to seek more control and there's a lot of insecurity, whereas the gay relationship never really ends on a malicious note. There's more genuineness, there's more open stuff. People are describing their feelings, and again, like, not everyone involved is a human, obviously, but that shows the difference. Like, and they don't make it political, they don't force like LGBTQ concepts on you, they just send a point. It just shows different dynamics of love. Very smart writing. That's all I have for the good. That was a fucking lot. Getting into the bad, I will say there are some flaws. Even though this is a fantastic movie, I do think some side characters get left behind. Some characters do get kind of left off on the wrong note as they go out. Kat and Sergey, they're interesting characters and are not really fully explored. Maybe that's not the point, but to make it a more complete movie, you definitely could have dove into some of their backstory, like their history, their relationship, what really led to them wanting to kill Sergey. And it's fucking crazy because Kat was along with the plan the whole time. She wanted to steal his money, and she knew he wasn't a mobster, which was kind of the picture that everyone else wanted to paint. He's a sod farmer, and like, I guess she just wanted the money. I guess he was a fucked up boyfriend to her, but like, maybe a little more fucking explanation would have helped there. It's not a huge issue, but it's certainly noticeable. It's just not everything you want. The movie looks smaller than it is. Like, this is a weird one. It kind of looks like a straight to streaming movie. It's not super cinematic, and just the look of the movie, I don't think it's bad, but it's definitely something to bring up here. It's not super flashy. It's definitely deceptive. I think maybe the marketing could go into the bad because they didn't really lead people in the right direction with what this was going to be. The actual content is way better than just a straight to streaming. Even though it looks like that, even though it's kind of teetering on A to B list. I know there's great cast members, Lukas Gage. There's a couple acknowledgments, like the shock factor certainly could turn people off. Like, if you're not into that bloody fucked up shit, you're not gonna like this movie whatsoever. It's a sick fucking movie. It's fucked up. Like, if I'm gonna be completely honest, no normal person that doesn't like horror or movies on a deeper level will enjoy this. It's twisted, it's toxic, it's very, very uncomfortable. Some people are gonna watch this and go, it's too much. If you don't like dark themes, you probably won't vibe with this. This movie isn't for everyone, and there's definitely movies out there that are somewhat for everyone. So that's kind of something to bring up as a note. So, whatever. So getting into the okay, there are definitely quite a bit of things I am mixed on. I do also want to bring up the fact that Lukas Gage was pretty awesome. He also played a robot almost as a male counterpart to Sophie Thatcher, so I definitely wanted to give him his flowers. We saw him in Euphoria, we saw him in You, we've seen him a couple of times around. By the way, I do need to go back and rewatch Euphoria because there's a new season coming out, but I kind of wanted to comment on that, his relationship with Eli, just the concept of the movie. You have to go check it out. I'm not going to sit here for 20 minutes and talk, even though I probably should because I absolutely love this, but getting into the okay once again, I think the ending, it's not the most shocking ending in the world. They certainly don't take the most shocking route. They play a lot of things safe. Like, there could have been a darker outcome. There could have been more chaos, even though this is already a fucking insane trajectory for the story. There definitely could have been more unpredictability, but the robot winning absolutely works, and I feel like from the start that is kind of what was supposed to happen. Because at the end of the day, none of this was really her choice. Even though, again, she's not a human, you're not really meant to like connect with her, you still really feel for her. You know, she's driving off celebratory in the Mustang with the robot hand scaring the civilians, even though it could very well be a fucking prosthetic. I don't know why that would scare anyone, but her driving off in this drop top Mustang with all of the money, her really winning in the day is fucking awesome. It almost gives you like a Jesse Pinkman from Breaking Bad escaping thing. So that's cool. Obviously, again, you could have very well seen like Patrick become like the super aggro, you know, his aggressiveness was brought up. He could have just killed everyone, and that could have been a darker ending to show like, hey, robots are about to take the world over. But that's not really what they were trying to go for with this movie. Again, the robotics and the AI and the technology really wasn't much of a part of the movie. They were really trying to show like bitter love, like insecurity, and what happens to people that control relationships. And again, the darker side could have been the bad guy winning with Jack Quaid, with Josh Beeman winning the day. But again, it's pretty appropriate. This is the only thing that wasn't super shocking about this movie, is who ended up victorious in the resolution. And the plausibility is kind of mixed for me. Not realistic right now, but in the future it is 100% realistic, so I'm kind of mixed on that as well. That's what makes it a fucking scary story, because you're watching this and it's like, okay, this is fictional, this is a movie, this is a story. Someone made this with the idea of glorifying things to tell a story and like send a message, but it's like you're watching this, it's like this could fucking happen, you know. Find my robot, my fuck bot. There's already sex dolls that people buy. Robots are starting to become a thing. Who knows? AI and robots combined, that's gonna be a thing in the next 5 to 10 years. So it's fucking crazy to watch this. I don't know. There's a lot to fucking say. We can expand this down in the comments. I know this video probably isn't as long as you guys were expecting, but dude, it's a great movie nonetheless. I've really fucking enjoyed this. I don't think I talked about every single angle, but that's fine. You know, the police officers and the empathics getting involved and them explaining all the backstory and what the robots are. Fun. It's just minor things I didn't care to talk about right now. I mean, dude, getting into the review, this movie is fucking batshit insane. This is one of the craziest movies I have ever watched on this channel, and in the best way. There are so many different genres that this movie bends, and it showed that in the prompt, like in the whole like premise thing. It's got romance, it's got horror, it's got psychological horror and breakdowns and kind of commentary on different things, insecurity, toxic masculinity, modern relationship, and somehow it executes all of it in like an hour and a half. That's the most impressive part about it. It doesn't leave a lot of things untied. It doesn't leave a lot of lights on here. It closes it out in a really good way. There's no wasted time, there's no filler, there's no boring moments. It is just straight concept, escalation, chaos, payoff. It is very storybook. If you want to pace a movie like this well, Marvel, you need to follow this. This is a great fucking formula for a movie. And honestly, 2025 has been crazy for movies, and we are just continuing, or honestly just beginning here with some of the wild releases. This one stands out as one of the most unique and memorable experiences. It's not quite like a 9 out of 10, but it is damn close. I am going ahead and giving this like an 8.8 out of 10. I think this movie is fantastic. It is one of my favorites of the year. It's as of right now in the top 3 because it is up there with One Battle After Another, as well as The Long Walk. So again, great fucking year for movies. I'm so excited to put these clips together and post this for you guys because I'm very passionate about this movie right now. It's one of my favorite movies I've watched on the channel, at least in a long time, maybe not ever, but Jesus, man. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. As always, it's been Cheesy TV again. I kind of breezed over some things, so let me know in the comments, like we can expand the discussion. You guys have been doing that on prior videos as well, so that is fantastic. Go check out the socials for all updates. Have a good rest of your day, night, whenever you are watching this. I am about to hit the hay for the night, put these videos together first, but peace.